soccer stadium and everything else, football stadium. Saline wins 5-0 to win the SEC game. First of all, what do you think about that, winning the SEC? I think that's 3 in 4 years.
I think so, yeah. 2023, 2024 was Skyline, 2025 was us, 2026 is now us, so 3 and 4, yeah.
Yeah, and you got at least a tie, right? From what I understand,
No, we won outright today.
You won outright, eh?
Yeah. Pioneer and Skyline tied, I think it was on Tuesday.
Okay.
So that's, outright.
So, first of all, anytime you win the SEC, it's incredible. But what does it say about the way this team, they lost the huge game right away. And what does it say about them, the way that they were able to persevere throughout the season, stay focused, and then win out to get it done? Yeah,
I mean, they're a really resilient group. And as you said, the first game didn't quite go the way we wanted based on the scoreline, but we were relatively happy with the performance. And, we were missing a few bodies. So, we didn't we didn't lose focus. We knew what we kind of had to do. We knew that we would have another opportunity against the same opponent to try and flip it, and then we just had to be consistent in all our other games. And like I said, it's not easy to win in our conference. You go to a lot of these venues and they try and make it difficult. Everybody's always trying to compete, and as when you win it the season before, you've always got a target on your back again, whoever you play. So. The group accepts that responsibility and rises to the challenge. That's
a pretty serious thing to do. They're in high school. There's lots of other things going on in the world.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to stay focused on that is something special, I think.
Yeah, and I think sometimes we lose sight of that a little bit. We pour on a lot of information about them. Our practice time is straight after school. They've just had a long day. They come in and we sometimes are looking at a film, whether it's of us, of an opponent, and I give them a huge amount of credit with the amount of information that they're on to take on board and not get mentally exhausted. We do try to give them as many rest breaks as we can, and limit the amount of information that we give them. But even today against a Huron team that really tried to make it difficult, we had to be patient. But we knew kind of if we continued to do what we were doing and rotate the ball and circulate it, that eventually the gaps will appear. And then we just got to make sure that we show our quality in the attacking third, which we did, and scored some great goals.
The first 2 goals, it's strange how every game the goals come in different forms, but you guys kind of broke up the middle, found the girl in the middle for the first 2 goals. Sadie and Nora. What do you think of the passing on those goals?
Yeah, too? Those were some really high quality goals by those two. Huron did a good job of really trying to block the middle of the field. So we kind of stressed the importance of making sure that we switch it as quickly and as often as we possibly can. And once they start to get tired and not able to switch themselves, that once the gaps appear, to then find it and move it quickly. And in those 2 moments, it didn't happen a lot in the first half, but when it did, the quality on the ball to find those players in those seams and then break lines, and then the quality of the finishes were outstanding too.
Another good pass, I think, on the 3rd goal, it was Imani Collette to McKenna Means. And she kind of broke up into the corner, passed back. Yeah, found her all alone, and she made a great shot.
Yeah. It was a quality play by Imani. We spoke a little bit about how the rotation that we wanted from some of our forward players to exploit spaces that were getting left behind, and she did just that. We talk about them taking on board information and executing, and she did that. She recognised where the space was, ran into it. I think it was Kaylin that played the ball down the line, and when she got into these kind of the golden zones, she picked out McKenna, and it was a beautiful first-time finish from McKenna.
McKenna scored the 4th goal, or 2-goal game. I think she had a big 2-goal game in the playoffs last year too. She
likes to find her feet at this time of year, which is good.
And then the last goal, Sadie to
Alexis,
and she went up with the pass. She took the pass out of the air, I think, too.
Yeah.
Put it right back up and over the goalie, and it came down and in.
Yeah.
That's a nice goal. I don't know if she scored a lot of goals, but that's got to be It's got to be a nice goal to score there.
Yeah, Alexis has, every time she comes on the field, she makes a positive impact, right? She offers something a little bit different in the centre of midfield for us. She's a willing runner. She's big. She's strong. She's a really good player on the ball.
She seems to take a lot of balls out of the air too.
Yeah, and she gets in the box. Like she's a willing runner, which, when she rotates in and players get a little bit tired, the last thing you want to do is try and track her. And Sadie had a little bit of magic there where she flicked the ball over 2 players, and now all of the eyes are on Sadie, and Sadie had the poise to find Alexis, and it was a quality finish from Alexis. Like, as you said, ball came out of the air, goalkeepers come out to try and deal with it, and she just showed great composure and lobbed it over the goalkeeper in.
So you got the everything's important, but everything becomes crucially important. It's win or go home.
Yeah.
Season over. How much are you looking forward to going into the playoffs with these girls?
Yeah, I mean, it's the best time of the year. These games are the reason why you play. So, we'll see who we end up playing in the semi-final, which is going to be hosted
Huron or Skyline.
Huron or Skyline, I think, is who we're going to be matching up with. Obviously, whenever you get into districts, you're playing everybody for the 3rd time, and it's never easy. Regardless of the scores of what have happened before. It's a new season, pretty much. Like, the SEC is over. We were fortunate to come out on top, played really, really well. And now it's all the results prior to that don't matter. They're all one-off games. But this group has showed over the last couple of years that they rise to the occasion. They're ready for it. They're hungry for it. And hopefully that we can execute any game plan that we put together. And we can go as far as we possibly can.
All right, thanks with Coach Lee Rumbold of Saline Soccer here.
Thanks, Tran.